I'm cheating on my husband, and I finally have the balls to tell the world. I told him, and of course, he didn't handle it how we would want him to handle it. But I mean,
how the hell did you want him to handle it? Be my question. But gentlemen and ladies, welcome back to Hell. Welcome back to the channel that you somehow enjoy, even though we cover absolutely disgusting stuff. And today we have a woman basically going through how she cheats. She's making a documentary about how big of a piece of crap she is. So we're going to take a look, we're going to analyze it, see some things here and there. And actually, we have a second woman that is also going through cheating, but in this aspect from the men. So let's have a look, gentlemen. Let's get started.
It's what, he is expected to do. So anyways, I wanted to come on here to tell the whole story of how it all happened, what's going on, who it is, all of that. So first, I want to start by saying I don't promote cheating on your spouse. It's definitely not something, that we should be doing as women. It's negatively looked upon, so don't take this video as that. And if it's a trigger, I'm sorry. But it all started, so I started having a friendship with this particular person, and it's actually a friend of my husband as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you right there. He's not a friend of your husband. He's someone who he knows, but he's not a friend. A friend will never do that.
We just have been hanging out around him a lot lately.
Oh, is that so? Because I don't know, guys. Like when we men see as a red flag for a woman to have a lot of male friends or to go to clubs all the time, they call us insecure. I don't know. I know, guys. Are we insecure for noticing the patterns and noticing how every time someone cheats, there's been a few steps that had to be taken to get there, and going to the clubs and having a lot of male friends resemble those steps? But I don't know. I guess we're just insecure, just turn a blind eye.
We started out with just simple conversation, like we were friends, but we ended up kind of pushing it past that a little. Not a little, I'll get into how far, but we ended up kind of like secretly seeing each other, trying to find ways to see each other, and doing that behind my husband's back.
Editor, play the second part, damn it. Okay, let's go to the second part, guys.
Part 2 of what's going on with me cheating on my husband. So we ended up with me writing love letters and stuff. So I started really growing feelings for him. And I never thought that you could for two people. I thought that as women or men, like it's like you love one person and that's it. However, not true. So I started going back to like back in the days where I just started writing him love letters and stuff, and we would secretly pass it to each other. I didn't want like the evidence on my phone too much. So I started writing him these little notes and like making them into like straw looking paper, and I would pass them to him whenever he would come around. And
by the way, the husband's lawyer is gonna love this shit, right? He has everything documented. No need for a for a case or anything. Just play the TikToks at court, right? Phenomenal.
And he kept them, I guess. And he would read them, and we would smile and stuff at each other. And we still texted each other. It was a lot of like deleting messages and then going to recently deleted and deleting those as well. And that's the furthest of how we were communicating before we started becoming physical, which I'll explain a little more.
Okay, let's go to the last part we're going to cover. Those are 3 parts we're going to cover. Guys, there are 15. Like, this woman spent the whole evening talking about this. If you're very interested, let me know down in the comments and I'll cover those as well in another video. Personally, I wouldn't. You know, let's move on to more TikToks. We just want to get the gist of it and comment it a bit. But hey, if you really want to, just let me know and I'll cover the rest of them. Yeah, let's move on to the 3rd and last one where they get physical.
Okay, so this is part 3. So now that the like building the connection part has passed, we ended up starting to do like stuff secretly when we would go over, when my husband and I would go over to his house. And whenever we would go over there, I would try to go over there more, obviously, because I really wanted to see him. And I did feel bad for my husband. Like, it was sad to know what I was doing, knowing that he really loves me the way he does, but I really did not care. I still wanted to.
Yeah, I was afraid that the but was coming, and here it is. So, what was it? She was sad, but what?
Me the way he does, but I really did not care. I still wanted to always go around this other guy. I think the reason was because I couldn't believe that there was someone else besides my husband that I really am like emotionally attached to now.
You know what, guys? What she can do, and a lot of women do in fact, is instead of playing the card of I'm a degenerate, disgusting demon, they say, you know what, I think I'm polyamorous. You know, it's not that I cheated on you, it's I just magically found out about myself that I'm polyamorous. And I just love 2 people at once. I still love you, you know, just like before, but I just love someone else. A lot of women have pulled this card. It's disgusting. But, you know, because the alphabet mumbo jumbo is so accepted in society, hey, there's nothing wrong with me being polyamorous. It's not cheating. You know, I just found out about myself. These polyamorous people, guys, just cut them off. Won't even be friends with one. It's get out of here, bro. Just degeneracy. Don't try to sugarcoat it.
So this is a big deal for me, at least. And this is all part of the conversation that I had with my husband. So anyways, we have been going around to his house a lot more often. He also has a daughter, so we bring, like, you know, our children over there.
Oh my hell no.
And the last time we went over there is...
So I thought that she didn't have children with this man, but she has, which is just terrifying, guys. And you know, cheating is equally as disgusting whether a man does it, whether a woman does it. There's no moral difference there. You know what's the difference, though? The difference comes with the divorce. Because even though she was the one that cheated, yeah, she's still going to get the kids. Like, if a woman is not doing hard substances on a daily basis, she is going to get the kids, most probably. She's also going to get child support with that. She's also going to get alimony, because women date up and they always marry someone who makes more money, even though she cheated. But that's just how the rules are. If you don't like the rules, don't play the game.
Is when it really hit the fan. So a lot of weird stuff started happening, and it started becoming, I started getting like really scared, because my husband was doing a lot of acting suspicious. Like, he was looking through stuff, and I got nervous. I got nervous because I knew, and I had a feeling that this guy was saving all of my love letters. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope he does not have my love letters around here somewhere. Because, oh my gosh, if my husband finds them, I would be heartbroken.
Okay, so the video ends right here. Again, this is part 3. There are like 15. If you really want me to cover them, guys, let me know. But now let's move on to another one just before that. let me finish on this thought regarding these TikToks. Again, look, everybody can do this. You can be a woman and a man can do this, your husband or your wife. The fact is, it just, from a legal perspective, you are more screwed if your wife does it other than your husband. You know, I mean, it's absolutely terrible, of course, in both cases, but especially a woman. And not only that, but women have this, you know, there's this saying, guys, that a man sacrifices his happiness for his family, while a woman sacrifices her family for her happiness. You can't know, right? You can have a wife that is polite, that is a good wife, this and that. She can end up cheating. If she feels unhappy, she can end up cheating. The thought will surely cross her mind. So the only defense you have against this is to know that your significant other has a moral background. You know, that he has moral principles that he abides by, that he is willing to sacrifice his happiness for his moral principles. If you're not sure in that, in regards to your partner, my advice will be don't get in a commitment at all. Never trust these women, guys, or men for that matter. Never trust someone who is acting out of what feels good in the moment. Because sometimes your morals and their feelings will coincide. But that is absolutely no pillar that you can rely on. You know, these people, guys, that they don't have a religion that they follow. They don't have any sort of moral compass. They just do what feels right, what society views as correct or politically accepted. They will end up backstabbing you, absolutely. So now let's move on to this woman, guys. We did cover her one time already. She was suspicious about her husband cheating, and now she has found out. So let's have a listen.
My husband's getting drinks with a coworker and I'm literally terrified. This is the update. Well, you were all correct. So I continued to monitor his texts and he was still very flirty with her, texting her good morning, saying how he couldn't wait to see her and how happy he was to hear from her throughout the day. They did go out to drinks and dinner the other night and it sounds like it went pretty well because they're literally setting the framework of how their affair is going to go about. They've discussed how they want to keep things private and outside of work. She doesn't like that he's married. They both have mutual feelings and they're going to continue things and they are on the same page about everything. She also said that she initially didn't want to start this, but that she's developed feelings that she can't ignore, and my husband said that he's always had these feelings and he just can't resist her. I'm not sure if anything physical happened, but I'm assuming that it did. I thought that I would be so heartbroken, but honestly, I'm just furious about the whole situation and I'm currently getting all of my affairs in order so that I can get out of here and end the marriage.
Why are you furious, though, is what I don't get. Just be happy for him. He's on a journey. He's on a healing journey. The spark was not there any longer with you. You know, just be happy for him and happy for yourself. I know that you just got cheated on and your whole life changed, but this is an opportunity to grow and find that one person. He did you a favor. You know, this is what a lot of women, and ironically, believe. Right? So when they don't feel happy anymore, they will cheat on you, they will divorce you, they will go to their plan B, who they've had in the back of their minds for years, you know. So hey, now that a man does it, I don't see you liking that behavior at all. You should go and tell that to all the women who initiate divorces because they didn't feel happy. Oh, I didn't feel happy. You know, and tell them, hey, maybe you should stick to your vows. Maybe it's not so pleasant to get backstabbed by your partner. But who knows, guys? Who knows? Maybe you didn't pay him enough attention, you know? Maybe he had to seek the love that he so desperately wanted somewhere else. And all this bullshit that they say. Anyway, a lot of cheating today, guys. Let's move on to an article story that is not about cheating. So the title reads, how do you know if you like someone or if it's just lust? I've been thinking a lot about the difference between genuinely liking someone and being physically attracted to them. Sometimes I feel like I confuse the two and I'm unsure how to tell the difference. On top of that, I've noticed a pattern in my dating life where I pursue things with people more because they are interested in me rather than me actually having strong feelings for them. This is probably a man writing this. It's almost like their interest makes me feel like I should reciprocate, even if I'm not sure I do. Has anyone else experienced this? How do you differentiate between true interest and just going along with something because it is available? It's probably a man. But anyway, gentlemen, gather around the fire because I want to have a conversation together. So here's my opinion, guys. You let me know down yours. But I don't buy this whole soulmate thing. You know, the belief that there's this one person who is the one appointed by God or the universe or something. Mainly because it's just so convenient, right? That this person, this soul person, always happens to be someone in your vicinity, you know? Like, what if my soulmate is some woman in China, in the other part of the world? I'll never get to meet her, you know? Like, people who say, oh, he's my soulmate, he's the best for me, we've been born to be together. Isn't it convenient? Isn't it, you know, like, very odd how conveniently he was near you, around you, especially around the age in which you were looking for a boyfriend, that you happen to stumble upon your soulmate? In reality, guys, there's no soulmate. There are people that are more compatible and less compatible with each other, you know? And so you really can form a good relationship with thousands of people. Like, if you could meet all people in the world, you could probably have a close to perfect relationship with millions of them. You know what I'm saying? So this whole soulmate thing doesn't exist. What love is, guys, it's not only a feeling. I keep telling this to women and they don't get it. Love is not simply a feeling. It's a commitment. That's what makes love real. You know, because the feeling, you can have the feeling. If you can have a soulmate with millions of people in the world, you can have the feeling with billions of them. You know what I say? You can go to the cinema and develop feelings for literally anybody that is attractive and doesn't happen to be a complete asshole. You can have feelings with him. So in the end, love is who you decide to commit to. And my favorite book, guys, The Little Prince, puts it this way, right? In the book, it's an analogy between a rose, that is an analogy for the woman, and the prince, that is an analogy for men. So the thing that makes their love special is that he waters his rose. You know, he met the rose due to circumstance, due to coincidence, but he starts to water that rose. He starts to, you know, take away bugs so they don't eat the flower, the leaves. He starts to take care of whether it's too cold or too hot for the rose, and that is what makes her special. That is what creates love. I know this is very basic. Sometimes I feel like when I'm giving my opinion, people are listening to me like, oh, Hidan, I'm not 5 years old. Guys, it's just shocking how many people don't get that. They feel like love is all about emotion, you know? And when you feel that emotion, you love him. When you don't feel the emotion, or you don't love him. And this is how we get hundreds, thousands of divorces. Because, oh, I just woke up this morning and I don't feel attracted to you anymore. Well, you see, that's what love is. Love is continuing with your commitment, even though some days you may be tired, even though some days you may enjoy more being with yourself, even though some days it may feel like a burden to do something for the other person, maybe. I'm sorry, but that's just what love is. It's not this perfect thing where you have to feel happy all the time. And if someone doesn't get that, this is like the perfect way to weed out women. You ask them what love is, and if they don't talk about commitment or about vows or about sticking out, just dump their asses immediately. Otherwise, they're going to 100% backstab you. But anyway, gentlemen, that's my take on love. That's what I've been able to learn in my 4,000-year experience. So you let me know your experience down below, gentlemen. And I'll be happy to read it, and I'll be happy to see you next time, guys. Have a good one.